endocrine system, and then fine. So the topic is endocrine system. Basically, in our body, there are many systems, right? Like respiratory system, digestive system, nervous system. For transportation, there is a circulatory system, right? Like that, there is one another system, that is endocrine system. Endocrine system is an important system because it regulates the functioning of the body with some chemicals, right? What are those chemicals? How it regulate the functioning of the body? We will discuss. Okay. So let's start with the introduction about the endocrine system. So endocrine system is a collection of glands that produce hormone. What I'm talking about, the chemical, that those chemical are the hormones. These hormones basically regulate our body functioning of the body. Like it help in the regulation of metabolism, growth, development, tissue function, sexual function, sleep, mood, etc. Right? But this endocrine system work alongside with the nervous system. So we can say that nervous system and endocrine system both are helping in the controlling and coordinating the body. Fine. So we can say that these are the part of our control and coordination. Okay. But here we will discuss only about the endocrine system. Fine. Nervous system is another part. Okay. So endocrine system consists from where the hormones are released. So endocrine system consists some glands which are known as endocrine glands. Right? They secrete their secretion directly into the bloodstream. Here, what is mentioned? There are two type of gland. One is endocrine gland and another one is exocrine gland. So, what are endocrine gland and what are exocrine gland? Before that, I just tell you what is gland, right? So, gland are certain type of cells which those have the function to secrete something, right? Those cells in our body have the function of secrete something, and collectively we call them glandular tissue, right? That glandular tissue made two type of gland, endocrine gland and exocrine gland. What is the difference between the endocrine and exocrine? Endocrine gland generally secrete their secretion directly in their bloodstream, right? They do not secrete their secretion in a particular duct or a tube, right? They secrete their secretion directly in the bloodstream, whereas exocrine glands secrete their secretion in a duct, particular duct. For example, liver. Liver is an exocrine gland. It secretes its secretion via hepatic duct to the alimentary canal and help in the metabolic digestion of fat, right? So this is that is the exocrine gland. Uh, Whereas endocrine gland, we will discuss all the endocrine gland in this topic. Okay. For example, pituitary gland, hypothalamus, and thyroid apga, and pancreas. All those are the endocrine glands. So endocrine glands, I can just summarize what I said, that the endocrine glands are the ductless gland which secrete hormone. So let's discuss about hormone. What are hormones? Basically, hormones are the non-nutrient chemical. I can say hormones are the biological chemical. They are secreted by our body. Some certain chemicals secreted in our bodies are known as hormones. Right? So hormones are secreted by endocrine gland. What is the secretion of exocrine gland? Shairi can tell this. Shairi, are you here? I'm audible now?
Yes, yes.
I think Shari is not there. Fine. So, okay, I will tell you. What is the secretion of exocrine gland? The secretion of
Sorry.
exocrine gland.
Um, Hi,
Oh,
ma'am. Where are you calling me? Sorry, I had to go to the other room. Sorry.
it's okay. I'm just asking a question because you have taken the this class before. So I'm just asking, what is the secretion of exocrine gland?
It's so like it's just external secretion, like sweat. Um, um, yeah, like that. No?
It's okay. I will tell you. The secretion of exocrine gland is generally enzymes, right? Those enzymes help in the breaking down of something or help in the increasing the speed of certain reaction occurring in our body. Okay,
Yeah,
but alongside the endocrine gland, endocrine gland secretes some hormones. These are the chemicals. Okay,
yeah,
so uh, basically these hormones secreted, they can act in both manner. From where they are secreted, they can act on that area, and also they transported by the blood to the distantly located target organ and then function there. Okay, so we can say that these are the messenger required for regulating different metabolic and physiological function, which help in maintaining homeostasis in the body. Okay, now mm, types of hormones. So, what are the nature, according to the nature of the hormone, the composition of hormone, how they, from which they are made, we are divided hormone into three types. First one is the protein hormones, or we can say peptide hormone. Another is the amino acid derivatives, and next one is the lipid derived hormones. Okay. So, what is the protein hormones? So protein hormones are those hormones which are made up of the polypeptide. Basically, these are the short polypeptide chains, right? Or we can say small protein or large glycoprotein. What that means? This is simple that those hormones made up of protein are known as proteinaceous hormone or peptide hormone, right? Polypeptide mean because protein is made up of the monomeric unit of protein is amino acid. So when amino acid combine in a particular chain with the help of peptide bond, then it form a chain, and that chain is known as polypeptide chain. Okay, and when the glucose is attached with the protein, then it is known as glycoprotein. Fine. So those hormones which are made up of those hormones which are made up of proteins are known as proteins hormone. Example: antithyroid hormone, oxytocin, growth hormone, insulin, FSH, LH. These are the proteins hormone. Okay. Now, from where they are secreted, we will discuss later. Okay. Now, next one is the amino acid derivatives. From name of the of the hormones, we can find out what that mean, right? Here it is mentioned that amino acid derivatives. So those hormones which are made up of amino acids, right? Those basically those are made up of derivatives of amino acid. In the amino acid, certain changes occur, and then a particular derivative is made from the amino acid, and from which hormones is made. Right. So for example, epinephrine, norepinephrine. Okay. Next one is the lipid derived hormone. So what are the lipid derived hormone? Those are derived from the cholesterol, right? So there are two types, that is the ketone and alcohol. When we are talking about the ketone, we write the prefix ONE. And when we talk about the alcohol, we write the prefix OL. So, for example, estradiol, it is the type of estrogen. Testosterone, it is the type of ketone, right? So, these are lipid-derived hormone. Now, let's talk about the endocrine glands. So, basically, in a human body, generally there are 9 endocrine glands, right? So, what are those? First one is the hypothalamus, another is the pituitary gland, then pineal gland, then thyroid. Oh, here one is not mentioned, that is thymus. Okay, so another is the thymus gland, then parathyroid gland, then adrenal gland, then pancreas, and if a person is female, then she have ovaries, and if a person is male, then he have testes. So all these are 9 endocrine glands in our body which help in regulation of the body. Okay. So let's discuss one by one about these hormones, where these are located, and what is the function of these hormones. What are the function of these glands? Sorry, I just mentioned hormone. These are
Yeah.
glands. Okay.
Yeah.
So what they secrete, we will discuss here. First one is the hypothalamus. So basically, generally, hypothalamus, hypothalamus is not a particularly gland. It is like an organ, right? Which is acting like a gland. But it is a very important gland because it controls the functioning of pituitary, and pituitary is the master gland, right? So that's why hypothalamus is very important. So hypothalamus is, where is hypothalamus located? Okay, firstly, I will tell you the upper 3 hormones, that is the hypothalamus, pituitary, and pineal gland. These are located in the brain. Okay, then thyroid, parathyroid, and the thymus, which are not mentioned here, but it is mentioned in the later slide. Okay, so thyroid, parathyroid, and thymus, these are present in our thoracic cavity, that is in the chest part, from the neck to our chest area, right? Diaphragm area. If in that area these 3 glands are present, and later the adrenal gland and the pancreas present in the abdomen cavity, and that the ovaries or it can be testes, these are present in the pelvic region. Fine. So
But the diaphragm area is below the ribs, right, ma'am?
yeah, it is basically it is a membrane which separate our thoracic and the abdomen region. It is just middle of our body, right?
Okay.
Fine. So hypothalamus. So hypothalamus is the part of the diencephalon. Diencephalon is the part of brain. Okay. So hypothalamus present in the brain, right? Basically in the lower part of the diencephalon, right? So it attaches with the brain by many nerve tract. Okay. So what are the secretion of hypothalamus? So basically hypothalamus secrete generally 3 type of hormone, that is the releasing hormone, inhibitory hormone, and certain hormone which don't have the function of releasing and inhibitory. They are the hormones secreted by only hypothalamus, but goes to pituitary, and then pituitary secrete in the body. I can correct my words, that is hypothalamus produce some hormone, but it do not secrete them. They goes to the pituitary, and then pituitary secrete them. Okay, there's a difference between the production and secretion. Fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the releasing hormone. Releasing hormone, that word releasing, basically it helps to release the hormone from the other gland. Okay, these are secreted by the these are produced and secreted by the hypothalamus. Then go to the other gland, which gland? Only the pituitary. Okay, it go to the pituitary, and then in pituitary it is stimulate for the secretion of certain hormones. Fine, and that's why we call it releasing hormone. Okay. So there are, I have mentioned some example here. First one is TSHRH. What that mean? Thyroid stimulating hormone, releasing hormone. Okay, we will discuss only thyroid stimulating hormone. This is the another hormone. But here here is the another hormone, that is thyroid stimulating hormone, releasing hormone. Okay, what the function of this hormone? It controls the secretion of the thyroid stimulating hormone from the pituitary. Fine. It goes to the pituitary, and in pituitary it regulates it controls the secretion of TSH. Then TSH go to the other gland, and there it function differently. Fine. Another is the
Yes.
ACTH-RH. What that mean? Adenocorticotropic hormone, releasing hormone. It help in the regulation of regulate the secretion of adenocorticotropic hormone. Fine. Another is FSHRH. FSHRH is the follicle stimulating releasing hormone. Help in the secretion of FSH. Okay. Then LHRH help in the secretion of luteinizing hormone. LH means luteinizing hormone. Then
Yeah.
another is GHRH. GHRH is the growth hormone releasing hormone. It regulates the secretion of growth hormone. Okay, from the pituitary. Fine.
Yeah.
And then I think right. PIF-RH, prolactin inhibitory factor releasing hormone. Here is the releasing hormone. So it help in the inhibit the secretion of the prolactin. Okay.
Yeah, that's a milk. Helps in the milk first.
Is
It's
that fine?
endocrine. Yes.
Fine. I think
It's helps in the milk production.
Shari, are you saying something?
Yeah, I'm saying something. Hello.
Actually, your voice is not clear.
Oh, okay. It's okay. It's okay, ma'am. You continue.
Fine. Shrikant and Shruti, do you have any doubt?
No, we don't have any doubt. Thank you.
Okay. So another part is the inhibitory hormone. What that mean inhibitory? See, first one is the releasing hormone. It help in the they help pituitary to produce something. Okay, but in our body, all things goes in a control manner. If something is secreted at one time, then it have to be inhibited at another time, because if it if there is continuously secretion, then the amount of that particular thing is increases in our body, and then it act differently, right? So basically all things have to work in a limit. So for inhibition of those hormones, basically inhibition of hormones from the pituitary, right? To stop the pituitary now not to produce hormone, there is another inhibitory hormone which are produced by hypothalamus. So there are some examples like somatostatin. Somatostatin help the inhibition of the growth hormone, right? Because if growth hormone is secreted in a large amount, then the person is suffering from the gigantism. No, sorry, gigantism is not a correct pronunciation. I think giantism, right? And the person have very tall height. Okay,
It's gigantism.
gigantism. Sorry, I just pronunciated it wrong.
No worries.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. No worries.
Fine. So another is the prolactin inhibitory hormone, that is PIH or dopamine. So these hormone, that dopamine regulate the secretion of prolactin. Basically, it inhibit the secretion of prolactin. Fine. And so these are inhibitory hormone, and we have discussed about the releasing hormone and inhibitory hormone. Now I have tell you that hypothalamus produce certain another hormone, but they are not secreted by that. They are secreted by pituitary. Okay, so what are those two hormones? Those two hormones are vasopressin and oxytocin. They go to the pituitary, and in pituitary they store, and later when they are required, then they are secreted by the pituitary. Fine. So why this happen?
Ma'am, can you please repeat this part? This is gone out of mind. So can you please repeat this one?
Hypothalamus and the hormone of the hypothalamus.
Exhibitory, yeah, and yeah, that one.
Okay. That is inhibitory. You are saying inhibitory, exhibitory name.
Yeah, it's inhibitory. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So see, hypothalamus is controlling pituitary. Okay. I just give an analogy. Like in a school, there is one principal and another is the vice principal and then teachers. Okay. So
Ma'am,
principal.
is it possible that you can paint something? Because it's really good when you show the diagram and paint, and it's really
Oh, okay,
awesome.
then because in laptop it is not possible, then I will try with the uh, tab. Okay, just wait a minute because I have to give the host to me in another device. Just a minute.
Today you don't have this PPT.
Yes, we have. I have shared that PPT. Shairi have shared that PPT.
Yeah, I have shared it already in the group. Do I
Okay,
shall
it
I
is
share
on
again?
another screen.
Oh, the screen. Yeah,
It is on different
Miss
screen. Yeah.
Miss Gia was sharing the screen already. Wasn't it? It's visible to you, Mr. Shikanji?
PPT is not
Uh,
visible.
Actually, I'm just trying from another device, if it possible, right?
I
So
think you're in the another screen, maybe. Um, Shikanji? Yeah. Now it's not visible though, because
just
she's
a minute.
from
Actually, our meeting
opening
will.
the.
Just a minute.
It's going to end. Yes, in just 4 minutes, I think. No, 9 minutes. 9 minutes, 35 minutes. Sorry, 9 minutes, 35 seconds.
So if you have any system, if we want to listen this class again,
The recording. Yeah, Miss
we
Gia is
can say the
already
recording.
recording it and
It is
sharing it with us in the mails.
Fine. Now, actually, our class will over in 10 minutes. Then we will join again. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
yeah.
So we are at the hypothalamus. Okay. So basically, what I'm saying that hypothalamus. This is our brain part. In that area, the hypothalamus is located. Okay. From hypothalamus, the pituitary is attached like this. Okay. This is the pituitary and this is the hypothalamus. Fine. So hypothalamus produce some hormone which regulate the function of pituitary. Right? So hypothalamus secrete two type of generally hormone which regulate the pituitary. Okay, that is releasing hormone and inhibitory hormone. Releasing hormone help in the secretion of certain hormone from the pituitary. Okay, and inhibitory hormone help inhibits the secretion of hormone from the pituitary. Fine, this is the simplest thing. Okay. Now, what I'm saying, another thing is hypothalamus release um, some other hormones which are actually produced by the hypothalamus, but they are not secreted by the hypothalamus. Okay, they just go to the pituitary. Like this is the hypothalamus, and here is the pituitary. So some hormone go to the see, vasopressin and oxytocin. These hormones go to the pituitary, and here there they stored in the posterior lobe of the pituitary. I have drawn two lobes of pituitary, that is the anterior lobe and the posterior lobe. So in the posterior lobe, these hormone is just stored, And when they are required, they just secreted. They are secreted by the pituitary. Now I'm clear?
Yes. It's
Shruti,
amazing.
now? Okay.
Completely clear.
Okay, fine. Shruti, is that okay?
Yeah, ma'am. But here a lot of things are there which need to be remembered. Basically, the hormone names and
Yeah.
Actually, when see, because this is the core biology, right? But you don't have to learn all those things generally, because you are generally work on a certain type of hormone, right? You don't have the learn to the where it is secreted or all those things. You just remember the name and just function of those some hormones, not all those
actually,
hormones.
yeah, because
Okay.
I read it before, so I just want to correlate with it. So that's the reason I just want to get it into it
When
and
you study certain papers or certain things, no, then certain hormone you just remember all those hormone when you are just going with certain type of disease or certain type of things. Okay. When you are reading a paper on particular hormone, then you just thoroughly remember that. You don't
yeah,
need to remember it. Okay.
yeah.
Fine. So
No,
don't
that
worry
is okay.
about
But
it.
which hormone is
And
releasing by which gland and what is inhibiting him?
I don't
These
think
all.
you have required this. But I'm just telling you these because of the
Yeah.
because you guys get the idea how all those things
Yeah,
functioning,
got it, ma'am.
right?
Yes, ma'am. I understand that. Yes.
Fine. So now let's move to the pituitary gland. Okay. So I have tell you that hypothalamus regulate the function of pituitary. Okay, so first I have just rubbed up all those things. This is the PDF when we take class with Shruti.
Yes, ma'am.
Nothing. Sorry, Shruti ni Shairi. This is
Yes, ma'am.
okay, fine.
Yeah.
So, uh, hormones from the pituitary. I think
Yes.
you guys get the idea where is the hypothalamus and the pituitary. Okay, they both attached together. Fine. So, pituitary, it is a small gland weighing less than a gram. The pituitary is attached with the hypothalamus by the stalk called the infundibulum. That is the hypothalamus, and here's the infundibulum, and then this is the pituitary. This is known as the infundibulum. So in this from this hormones are goes from hypothalamus to where, and some nerves are also attached from hypothalamus to pituitary. Okay, for the regulation of pituitary. Fine. So pituitary have three lobes. That is the anterior lobe, then for intermediate lobe, and then the posterior lobe. Generally, we say that the pituitary have two lobe, but there is the another lobe which is in the intermediate between these. This is known as the intermediate lobe. So let's discuss the hormones of the anterior pituitary. Okay. So what are those hormones? So those hormones are, first one is the ACTH. What is the full form of ACTH? Is the adenocorticotropic hormone. What is the function of this? The function of this is it acts on the adrenal gland, adrenal cortex. Basically, what happened? I'm giving you an analogy, and then you will understand better. Okay, see, in a school, there is a principal, then there is a vice principal, and then teachers. Okay, so principal is our hypothalamus. Fine. And then vice principal is our pituitary. And then other are the teachers. Okay, so principal give the order to the vice principal. Then you have to do this and you don't have to do this. Okay, and then vice principal give the message to the teachers that you have to do this and do this. Fine. So I think this is the good analogy to understand the functioning of these glands. Okay. Now you are getting me what I'm saying?
So principal is the hypothalamus, vice principal is pituitary, and then who is the teacher?
Teachers are other glands,
Hypothalamus, other glands. Okay.
right? Okay, vice principal have the basically what is the function of vice principal in the school? Vice principal control the other teachers, right? But along that, along the controlling the other teacher, he will also have certain his classes and all those things, right? Like that pituitary function. Basically, it secretes some hormone which stimulate the other gland to secretion of something, and certain hormone only secreted by the pituitary function in our that regulate the that regulates some function in our body. Okay, they do not go to the other gland to stimulation of something.
Okay,
Fine.
such as, ma'am, means can you give the example? The hormones.
We will actually we are going to discussing all those hormone now. So let's discuss those.